Adios 2016, it was a good but challenging year. Here's a flashback at the travels that I've done so far, best and worst moments. And I did conceive of it or start filming it when I was in the tail end of 2015, starting my journey, or my 3-month trip through Thailand, Taiwan, Borneo, and India. At the beginning of 2016, even though I was already on the road, I really wasn't sure how I was gonna make travel happen for me or how I was gonna afford it. Fortunately, and by the good graces of God, travel happened. This is about those little things that can make or break your travels when you're on the road. It's a highlight of my best and worst moments of this span of travel that I just did. Now, first up, I'm gonna show you the worst of my travels.
I just got through immigration and there was a problem. I had overstayed 2 days in Thailand. You're only allowed a 30-day visa and I completely forgot because I was a little too comfortable. They stopped me at immigration and I had to pay 1,000 baht. 1,000 baht is maybe around $33. Sometimes I can start feeling too comfortable in a country, and I think when that happens then I kind of take for granted that I know the rules and stuff, and I actually forget the rules. My trusty day pack, which carries all my equipment from my laptop to my DSLR cameras, broke. It's just the zipper part. If you're traveling, the last thing you want to do is have a piece of equipment that's very primary to your needs break down on you. I'm in Taiwan right now. Finding a decent, simple hiker's backpack has been kind of hard. I've got this nice semi-designer one, which is not quite functional, but it's going to carry all the things I need to carry, and it was like roughly around $390 Taiwanese, so that's dollars US. This is like really cheaply made. So note to travelers, you ever need a backpack or a nice quality bag that's durable, that's rugged, this is not your place.
Then I bought a second day pack in Bangkok, and that broke within 2 weeks too. Thus, the last place I expected to buy a day pack happened to be Kuching, Borneo. And it's still lasting me to today. Worst. I went to the dentist and discovered or was told that I needed a dental implant. And that was a huge bummer to me because I was already feeling the wallet pinch at the very start of my vacation.
Best or wisest option is to get an implant. It would cost me roughly around 80,000 baht, which in American dollars is $2,265.
Been price checking how much it would cost for a dental implant in Phuket, and it was significantly cheaper, like $400 cheaper.
A lot of you thought I got sick in India and off of street food, right? No. It was a Chinese buffet restaurant that I was taken to on a day tour in Chiang Mai.
Knuckles feel sensitive, my chest feels sensitive. I'm nervous that I might pass out at any moment because that's how my dizziness has been feeling.
I feel like I'm pregnant. It's bloated, definitely bloated. I look like I'm pregnant.
Worst. I contracted this weird foot fungus.
I went to get a pedicure like 3 weeks ago in Bangkok. It started peeling and it just didn't stop peeling. It's like the 3rd week already. And now I'm starting to get it on the other side too.
After trying many different types of creams, it eventually went away, but like, I still don't even know what that was. Worst tour that I've ever experienced in my life was a speedboat tour to the PP Islands. The sights were gorgeous and you'll see that by my video, but it was the worst and most dangerous ride of my life. With all the local transportation I use when I travel, that's saying a lot.
Like sea mites or sea lice, and they kind of like, they're tiny microscopic kind of microorganisms. They kind of like bite at you. Apparently every sea has them, but I've never experienced that in Hawaii. This is the first time I'm experiencing them. No, that's a good thing.
I was in a snowstorm.
Holy mackerel. I'm just squatting at this point.
And yet people still have to.
I like the cold, but I'm never prepared for it. I was ill prepared for traveling during the winter to Jilin, China. I hated myself for it. I have experienced winter before, just not to that daily and regular and snowy degree. Expect to have a winter packing video within the next month or so. Now I'm gonna show you the best of my travels. There was an element of danger, and yet it was like 100% natural beauty.
Saw stalactites or stalagmites, a bat, some silkworms.
It was a rugged adult Disneyland. What is a liveaboard experience? I finally got to find out. That was another insane experience that I'm so glad that I got myself to do. It was 2 days and 3 nights of living on a boat and just diving 3 times a day. I got to see different types of marine life, different types of oceanic terrain, and the company that I went with was just so good, like in terms of, you know, being a lot more conscious about the environment they're going into and taking tourists into. I experienced 4 of my biggest bucket list festivals within the span of about a month. I had Yiping Festival in Chiang Mai, Phuket Vegetarian Festival in Phuket, Diwali in Varanasi, India, and the Pushkar Camel Fair in Pushkar. I spent 3 days and 2 nights in Baco National Park, and that was my best jungle safari experience in my life. That's something I would recommend to anyone and everyone. It was just like in a heartbeat. I took 6 transfer vehicles. At one point, I even got picked up by a school bus. I saw amazing sights. We drove down really tight and narrow roads. I definitely surpassed my record of using the most amount of transportation vehicles in one journey. It was definitely one of my travel highlights of India. Look out for that video to come in 2017. It's already being worked on and it's almost close to finished. That was well organized. It had good English speaking guides, and the variety of foods they took us to, it was perfect. It was done perfectly. My second best food tour was in Calcutta, where it was a local experience. It was a voluntary food tour, and my guide was awesome and amazing, and she introduced me to so many street foods that I wanted to try, but I was chicken about. It opened the world of food for me there. Best, I got invited to a press trip with other influencers to Qinghai, China, and it was my first time going to China. It afforded me the Chinese visa, the 10-year Chinese visa. Just really nice to meet other people like myself. I travel alone. That's not the lonely part. The lonely part is actually when I take all my content and I have to like go into my little girl cave and start assembling them and trying to figure out where I can get opportunities for more travel. And my friends and family, they don't know how much work goes into like vlogging on YouTube or blogging or being on Instagram. Only other travel influencers know the madness that goes on. Being around other influencers just kind of like opened my mind to how other people are running their business, how they're affording the travels that they do, how they make it all work so that they're making, you know, a decent amount of income from their work without compromising their work or their audience. And that's the most important thing. Like, you guys are very important to me, and my content and what I stand for at GRRRL Traveler is very important to me. It was just like a godsend. It was like going to school on a bus where we got to see China. It was nice to finally just be a part of a group where I didn't have to plan everything and like worry about my budget. And there are times that I just like to take a break, and I'd like to be on a tour and not have to worry about figuring out how to get around so that I can film it. From that press trip, I also met another YouTuber who I will be having my first collaboration with, or collaborative video. But overall, Qinghai was just like a really beautiful area. It was like Tibetan Muslim influenced, and I feel like it was a really new experience for me because of the culture and the yaks. They have a lot of yaks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your best or worst moments were in travel this year. Leave them down in the comments section below. Give me a thumbs up or a like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Also, remember that I post the written version of whatever video guide I'm doing on my travel blog. Get out there.